I'm just trying to think how that would, how do you fit that into the script?
So the way I would think through this is that I'm going to have like 10 templates that I know that are color palettes that work for these 10, characteristic people. And if I have asked their skin, hair, whatever up front, then I know when I'm going into the call which template I'm going to be using when I talk to them. So it's like, hey, oh, you're a blah, 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 blah. Actually, you know what? I would describe you more as olive than white, and I think this might actually be a better thing for you. Cool, okay, and then you go into your normal sales process, which obviously works. I don't even want to talk about sales because you're closing 50%.
Okay. Right now it's like book a call, a sales call basically, and that's like obvious what I'm speaking about. But then this feels like, oh, just have a call about skin tone.
Well, this is sales.
Yeah, and then it's not an issue because they're already qualified.
Mm-hmm. You're only taking the calls with people who have the income. So you're going to take more calls. You're also going to hear more no's, but you're going to make more money. Like fundamentally, I could just say like, I could run an ad that just said, hey, I have this really expensive thing, book here if you want it, and this is the price. And the people who hop on those calls will be incredibly qualified. But if I just said, I have this really free, amazing thing that'll help you with the first problem, let me help you with that. And then people are like, oh, but do you do any of, you know what, I do that stuff. It's so funny you ask. And I get 10 times the calls. And so if I close 30% of a 10x number, I still close 3 times the deals.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And so there's a little bit, now part of it is because you're selling out of your own wallet in terms of time.
Yeah.
And so it's because you're like, I have my time and I understand that. But all we have to do is just tweak these things. So like, if you have somebody who you have the information about them, you have the income. And so what I try to do for these is BANT. So budget. This is kind of like the authority. Can you make the decision? Need, how bad do you want it, which is your biggest problem, and then timing, when do you want to start? If I were to accept you, when do we get started? And so you want somebody who says, immediately, I'm in high need, I can make the decision, and I have the money. And so that's fundamentally what these are. And if you want to add your personalization of like skin and hair and what, you know this better than me, eyes.
Upload your photo.
Yeah, oh, really?
Yeah.
That one's gonna be a lot of friction. So I would consider having that in the follow-up process.
Okay.
Because otherwise someone's like, take their phone out, they gotta upload a picture. Oh, what? Because think about this, there's a decision they have to make. They're gonna be like, what picture am I gonna pick? And then and then they're gone. They're like in another world. And they're in their phone and they're like, oh yeah, I forgot, I have to call Sandra back. And then it's like, they're off.
I mean, I could really just train somebody to just do it live.
Yeah, I mean,